My video just got disconnected because the volume here is really not for the live videos, but I just want to come out real quick and share something with you. Um, reading is a major part of Russian and Ukrainian culture. I was just, as I switched off my phone because it stopped working, I was looking at the books and I saw somebody picking up a Russian book. It was a book by Solzhenitsyn. It's about the Soviet regime and things like that. And the guy who picked up the book, he made a comment and he said something in terms of he said, "Oh, it's a difficult book to read." And I said, "No, it's not." And he was with a company of people, and I just comment, American small talk. I just commented and I said, "No, it's not, especially if you speak fluent Russian." And so we just had the most incredible conversation. This man is from his parents were from Belarus, and he speaks some Russian. His dad was from Belarus. We just had this incredible conversation, and I was just thinking that still years after, so this man is, I would say, he probably around 60 years old, I would say, and still the culture brings people together. So there are not so many Slavic people in this area, and it's just really interesting how I got to talk to somebody in a bookstore. My dad really loved the books about uh, the regime, and so I know all the authors. So the culture really brings people together. This man grew up here, but still, having like roots, having Slavic roots. He was Belarusian, and he said that he still reads a lot, and so he just had a great conversation. He was with his wife and a friend, and they just loved bombed me and told me how beautiful my accent is, and just give me so much love, for no reason. just just a human connect. It was just fantastic, and I feel so much of this positive, wonderful energy, and that happens. That happens, when you connect with people. So that's what I like stores about. I'm gonna switch my camera for now, okay? So I don't attract a lot of attention because there are people and things, but I just want to share this with you guys. It was just my phone dies, and we just had such a wonderful, oh, they are still here. They were just so extremely nice to me, and I really hope that I can see them again. Actually, so yes, I'm gonna talk just a few words about how reading is important for our culture. I mean, um, it's it's just a very big part of what we do. Hi, you still here? You are still here.
I know what I want to go on. I
You're
want
not
to go
supposed
eat. I'm
to.
hungry.
Yeah, we're gonna eat next.
I hope
Yes, I know it's hard. It's hard. If they would
that's
rent
what I want. Successful aging.
successful agent, yes. Hey, just the name of it kind of gives you hope, doesn't it?
Now that we're
Yeah, it does.
no, now that we're over 70.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if we are lucky, we're all gonna go through the process, right?
Exactly. Right.
People always complain about aging, but I feel like you get it if you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of
I'm always happy with what age I am, basically.
yes.
Yeah,
I am.
It's like
it could be so much worse.
I know.
Yeah. We have our health kind of
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Very true. Thank you so much for the
Oh.
Oh,
company.
yes.
Yes, okay. Bye.
Bye. So guys, sorry, I just could not help myself not to say hi after the real nice conversation. But let me give you the message I want to give you. So I would like to tell you that reading is a huge, huge part of the Russian Ukrainian culture. And it's not a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Sorry, guys, to pick up a book, and it's not a bad idea to pick up a book and learn some history, learn some culture, learn something, because you will have a lot more to talk about. And another thing I noticed is, I just have to say it, there is a lot of people who are very a little well, I'm just gonna say like it is, very ignorant, because they don't know history or literature. And so we don't know very well American history and literature, but we are learning. And so a lot of people just live in a bubble, and you don't really know beyond the US history or US government. And it's actually a good idea to learn. Um, Ukrainian, Russian, Belarusian, Slavic people always impressed by people who read. And by reading, I do not mean the by reading. I do not mean the fantasy. I mean either classic novels, autobiographies. Like you see right now, things like that. No, the real knowledge things. So that is so important. You learn about culture and hardships of different cultures. Yes, absolutely. You learn so very much. And it's a deep knowledge. You can watch a YouTube video, but deep knowledge comes from the books. Of course, you need to practice things. And so, yes, this is youth section. It's actually my favorite section because you find unique books. Like over here, I have a Cleopatra book, and um, this is looks so cool. Game of Crowns. That's look very interesting. But I'm not allowed to buy anything today. Actually, I am. I'm just kidding. I don't think there is too much books that you can have. So yes, just to make my point, and it's really important to create more ways you can connect, and you can learn about the Ukrainian culture, the Russian culture. Read, one of the things that you could do is reading some classics, reading some, Chekhov or Tolstoy, or any classic literature. People would be very impressed, and you will have a real insight in the culture, into the culture. You can really have an insight into the culture if you read. So I just want to say this, and yeah, just a great day. You never know who you are going to meet. You never know who you're going to meet, and when you have a topic for a conversation, there are two ways of doing it. One way is to read something about what you already love. Another way is actually to get out of comfort zone and read something else. Read about revolution, read about. Actually, here is the guy that I talked to. Read about revolution, read about you know the histories, maybe the Soviet era, read some classic literature. It's a huge part of reading. In Hi, how are you? Getting ready, huh? Yes. Have a great day.
Material for the weekend.
Yay!
Yes, bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. До свидания.
Yes, what he just said.
So, yes, okay, I'm gonna address this last thing. The problem with children right now is that children do not read. They use iPads and things like that, and we still do reading. We still do reading. We still make our children sit and read. So I just want to say that reading is a huge part of Russian, Ukrainian, Slavic culture, and um, it's a great way to expand your mind, to calm your mind, to learn, to connect with people, to meet new people. And if you were to marry Russian or Ukrainian women, you better know that you will have books and reading times, and iPad. How to say this? Limited iPad time. Okay. So guys, with that being said, I just gotta go do some reading myself, and thank you so much. Somebody asked me about the furs. you can you can email me about that. I do have a fur shop, but it's not exactly topic I'm talking about. But I'll leave my information on this video. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.